Hello, 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 and welcome to another episode of Generational Health with my co-host, Miss Whitney. How are you, darling?
I am good. I'm sitting in the sun. I'm enjoying the day and I am happy it's Friday. What about you?
Oh, yes. Now I truly, truly get TGIF. Thank God it's Friday.
Yes, I look forward to it.
I know. I look forward to it too. We get the opportunity to just have some conversation, mom to daughter. I think that is just beautiful. I'm enjoying it.
Yes, me too.
Before we get started, though, don't forget like, share, and subscribe. And you're in for an amazing episode today because we have Mommie, and we talked about how we spell that. I think I've always liked the IE as well. So it's Mommy Daughter Beauty Secrets, and we're going to talk to you guys about some of our beauty hacks, and you may be surprised at what you're going to hear today. So, Miss
Oh.
Whitney, the ball is in your court because I have a good one. I want to talk about too, but I'm gonna let you
Okay.
start it off. Kick it off.
Okay. So we're gonna bounce back and forth.
We'll bounce back and forth. That'd be really
Okay.
good.
Cool beans. So I was telling my mom that I have an emphasis on face and feet. Those are my spaces. I take care of the rest of my body. I clean the rest of my body and all that good stuff. But like my face and my feet are really important to me. I just feel like they get the most wear. Like my face is out every day and my feet are walking every day. So got to take care of them. Nonetheless, before I start rambling. So I am very much into like healthy skincare regimens and stuff like that. So I try not to use products with a whole lot of chemicals. And I use the environmental working groups skincare website and pretty much here. So this is my first hack.
You
So
said environmental before we started because I'm learning something too today. What do I tell you all? I'm forever with my pen and my paper, taking notes.
this is my first hack, I guess. I don't know if you can see it, but it's called Healthy Living and it's from the Environmental Working Group. And
Okay.
so when you log in here, pretty much you can go in the store and you can like scan your items and then it'll pull up a list of like the ingredients that are in the items and it'll rate it on a scale of like EWG approved all the way up to like 5. Don't put that on your skin based on what's in the ingredients. So I try to use this whenever I go shopping if I need like a new face wash or something like that. And I know people probably looking at me crazy because I'll be in the stores just scanning like all the products just to see like
Oh, that's good. That's good.
um,
But I wanna put it in the description box. And I have healthy living, but where do they go if they're going to what?
yeah, so you can go to the app store and then
Okay.
you're looking for this logo right here. It's through the
EWG. Okay.
environmental working group. And so they always update it, but essentially that's all they're doing is they're going through and see like here I'm going to pull up a product. So like this is a product. This looks
Okay.
like I don't know, some type of oil, but then it'll
Okay.
give you a scale of like green, yellow, and red in terms of like allergies based on like fragrances and other chemicals in there. If the ingredients are like known to be carcinogenic or cancer causing, it'll have that scale here. And then like the product's environmental impact.
Hmm.
So it goes green, yellow, red. And generally you want to look for like the EWG thing at the top. But
Okay.
like sometimes you'll get a product, like some of my favorite products. You'll get a product and it'll be like, no, I don't use that. Let me see. I'm just gonna pick this one. I don't use it, but for example, this one, see up here, has an
Mhm.
F and it goes
It
all the way A B C
failed.
D E F. And so like it has
Okay.
little scales and you can click on it and like see what the ingredients are that they're talking about in terms of like
Wow.
hazard. It's just really cool. So I use this when I go shopping. And it just kind of helps me as I'm processing like, oh, I need a new face wash. I don't just grab something. Like I turn it around, I scan it, and I just kind of see well what's in it.
Wow. And I was actually downloading the app right now, but I think I'm afraid to use it until I use up all my stuff.
Yes,
Because
and it's not
I know me.
perfect.
I know me. I'll go through them. Y'all, I'm like 1 or 10. You all will get to know me. I'm 1 or 10. And so if I find that it has something just like toothpaste, okay,
Yeah.
toothpaste. So we'll talk about that one first too. Toothpaste. If it has the green on it, that means that it has natural ingredients in it. If it
Mhm.
has a red on it, it's poisonous. and if it has a blue and then a black, all of those contain toxins, and the red is like, this is your warning sign, but we don't know. We think, oh, this is cute. This brand has the red on the bottom, but it doesn't. If it doesn't have the green on it, then that means it contains some types of toxins that you shouldn't ingest. But again, with the labeling, it's secret. It's a secret, basically. It's like, they don't know, you know?
Yeah.
What scripture says, for the lack of knowledge, our people perish. And so I'm like, oh, so yeah, I'm going to download it on my phone. But you know, some of my favorites I know are probably, but I try to do my best. Like, I did switch over my toothpaste. I did switch over my deodorant. So I use a crystal deodorant now, the crystal ball. But what I did find, and this is one of my hacks, the crystal deodorant, you know, I mean, we've been so used to using the deodorant with all of the aluminum in it for so long. When I first started to use the ball, just rubbing the ball on, you know, by the end of the day, I didn't know who I was. So I didn't like that. I have to be around people. So I went to an associate of mine told me to wet it. And now I wet it. And now the funny thing is, since I've been using it now for over a year and wetting it, now sometimes if I do forget, I'm good for the day. So it's done something. And so we don't even understand the biochemical reaction that's going on in our bodies when we put certain things on our skin and ingest certain things. But I'm a living witness. When you get rid of the aluminum deodorant and start using a crystal, you need to wet it if you've been a sister that need deodorant.
That's too funny.
Yes. So it's your turn. Let me see what you got. I love yours. Here we go.
So that was my app. And so I'm not perfect. So all of my products are not EWG verified. I just like it because it helps me then become empowered to be able to make the decision. So some of the stuff that I really like, I'm like, okay, well, I'll look at it like those little scales. And if it's like cancer causing or something like that, I'm like, okay, I like it, but it's not worth that. But other ones, it'll be like, oh, it's just, you know, there could be an allergic reaction based on the fragrance. I'll be like, okay, well, I can kind of go with that and just see if my body responds. So my next one, this is a 2 on that list. This is, I've been searching so long for like a face wash and like a serum and stuff like that that didn't have a whole bunch of like yucky stuff in it. Because at some point, like my face started breaking out down here, probably not even as, it was stress. I know it was stress. Not taking care of myself, not drinking enough water, all those things. And so I would try to use some of those harsher products that have like the acids and stuff that for your face and all that, or the peroxides, and they would like burn my skin. It would turn like red and all that. And so I was trying to find, well, what can I get that just clean my face? I just really want to clean my face. That's it. And so it works. It doesn't suds up because it's more of like I don't even know how to explain it. Like you see it like, that probably
looks like a gel or something. Yeah, it kind of does. Glad I'm not eating.
It's a nourishing oat cleanser, has no fragrance. Like I said, it's a 2 on that list. And then I use this serum afterwards. I just put it on my face and that makes me feel really glowy and all that stuff. Yeah. So that is my second one. If you just want a clean face wash, no suds, no extra soap and detergents on your face, that's a situation that I like.
Just to let everybody know too, you know, we don't have product placement in our in this video, and we're not getting paid for the endorsement or advertisement, so we're not really endorsing a product. We're just sharing with you the products that we use personally ourselves and how we go about this, you know, how we go about evaluating what we use. And it's funny when you said that you take now I'm telling you, it's probably gonna take me a whole 2 days to go shopping, because I already look at all my ingredients on the back of my labels, because when we talk about beauty hacks, when you look at all of the ingredients and the you know, anything for me that says red dye number 40, I don't ingest. Anything that says yellow dye number 5, I don't ingest. You know, just a little, you know, well, you know, those 2 things are really, really harsh on your body. And so it does come out in your skin. The toxins are fighting to get out of your system. So it has to go out through one of the eliminative systems, meaning, you know, your eyes, your ears, your face, your skin, or what have you. You know, I did a detox some years ago, and I was coming off of prescription medication and going into the naturopathic arena
Oh, yeah.
100%. And when I tell you, everybody's body is different, but because, I've taken so many medications, when I was rehabbing from the accident and I was taking medications for blood pressure and such, when I stopped, and I'm not advocating for anybody else to stop, because you have to do what your doctor recommends you to do.
Yeah.
But for me, with the naturopathic route, when I say I broke out, excuse me, I broke out in blisters. And it was so alarming. I didn't understand what it was. I thought, oh my God, I got attacked by spiders in my sleep. What happened? But I had blisters on my legs. But then my fellow associate naturopathic doctor, she reminded me that because I was detoxing and I was detoxing for the first time, that's what was going on with me. And so, like I said, this was some odd years ago, but I was scratching and itching everywhere and boils. And finally, I was able to start getting all those toxins out of my body through my hack. So, in all saying all of that, my next hack was water. You must drink your water, because you must keep your body hydrated. Because if your body is not hydrated, then it leaves your body open for being a cesspool for any type of dis-ease or challenge to your body. So my hack is, and I drink steam distilled or vapor distilled water because it's a flat water, and you just need water to hydrate you. Everything else, you get your nutrients from your foods that you eat and from your supplements, your herbs. But the water is supposed to hydrate you and rinse. And to your point, Miss Whitney, about your skin, you do absolutely glow. And I know I use more makeup, and I'm gonna start like just working my way down just a little bit, because I absolutely adore the more natural look. I'm not gonna say I'm gonna get all the way there, because I love my makeup. However, I do want to go gradually down a little bit. But and then I'm afraid to do that healthy living verification on my makeup,
Yeah.
because I keep thinking about the lipstick.
That's what I was gonna say. My lipsticks are still probably on the not so great list. Well, I have to check them. I won't even say that. I have to check them. That's one of my hacks. Is I've like switched over to matte lipstick as
Is
opposed to
it
glossy, like a matte lipstick. So like,
okay? A matte, right?
yeah,
But
and it doesn't
But
come off.
with the matte lipstick though, it dries my lips out unless I have, like, the
Mhm.
lipstick that I use has a vitamin E or aloe or in it, because I don't just use the regular lipsticks. I can't. They dry my
Yeah.
lips out.
Yeah. I've I don't know if these, what have I started doing? Sometimes what I'll do is I'll put on like a not a lip gloss, but in a little container, chapstick.
Okay.
Not
Yeah.
that, not a particular brand of it, but I'll put on like a stick type first, and then I'll put it on. So then it
Okay.
won't it like gives it that protective layer before I put the matte stuff on it. That does, it'll start coming off though. It's not as like stay as this is. But you can still get the matte look with that. So I do that sometimes.
Wow. That's cool. I like that. That's another hack that we didn't even have on the list. Now I'm going to give you all a funny, cool hack. Okay, this is really funny. Okay, so oh, this one is funny. So when we used to, my mother was just such an advocate of, making sure that you take your shower every day, and that you do not leave the house without, well, for us, it was putting on our makeup and making sure that your body was tight. You know what I'm saying? That you didn't have any kind of BO at all, that you was making sure that you was clean. But she
Mhm.
also taught us, I'm not going to show the brand, but she also taught us to spray your bottom.
Yeah.
So you had to spray your bottom. So one day I was walking up the stairs behind, a girlfriend was walking up behind me, and she was like, girl, your bottom smell like flowers. Because I guess I had overdone it. And I had just with the spray. I told you I'm overdoing with stuff. So I was just spraying. And then sometimes if you don't have the spray, I'll grab one of my lotions that have some, fragrance in it, and I'll pat like you do the babies.
Mhm.
So that's my next hack. But you know what? It stayed with me all of these years, and I still do the same thing. But I do want to caution you, ladies, and I think maybe I may put on this one adult content. Um,
Uh-oh, I know where it's going.
Warning, adult content, only because warning, hilarious adult content, because I don't know, I'm dating myself, ladies, but I don't know if you remember Gina Tay. Gina Tay. Oh my lantern. It was a big bottle, and it had a black top on it, and it was green. The Gina Tay was green, and it was a body splash. So we were big in our time as we were growing up with body splash. So we take that body splash and pour it. It was liquidy, pour it in our hands, and you splash it on your bottom, splash it all over yourself or whatever. Ladies, one day I splashed and patted too hard. Man, I got it into a JJ. Oh, my lantern. When I say brought tears to my eyes and I had to go stand over a fan, it was so hot. It was like I was on freaking fire. Okay. Yeah, and I was like, never again. So Gina Tay does not go there. The pat does not go there, ladies. I'm telling you, it will bring you to your knees. So that's my hat. If you're going to make the bottoms be all fragrancy and everything, you're going to make sure that you do it on the outer layers. Make sure that you pat the bottom. That's my hack for the splash and to stay fresh.
Thank you for that.
Yes.
Just saved quite a few vajayjays.
I do hope so. That is my gift to womankind.
Oh my gosh. Yes. Let's see. Okay, I have another, and I'm learning, so I'm not going to show labels, but this one doesn't have a label.
Okay.
This one I told you about before. This is my face roller.
I want a kit, because you have a kit that you were talking about, and it was about, yes, talk about that one. I've been thinking about that one since we talked about it.
So this one I saw someone using it on Instagram, and I was like, I don't know what that is. That can't work. But essentially what it does, it's supposed to help like firm up the face and like drain lymph nodes in your face and all that stuff. So you just, after you put your serum on or your moisturizer, you rub it a little bit, but don't rub it all the way in. And you literally just roll your face in an upward motion, just like that. And then you do it for like 2 to 3 minutes. Now around your eyes, you turn it around and you do the little side. Same thing, you just roll it up. And scientifically, they've done like smaller studies to see if it, face lymphatic draining massages like facials, do they actually work? They've done a couple studies and saw some results. Jury's still out on it, but for me at least, I've noticed that under my eyes have been a lot firmer and those dark spots are going away. So I don't know if I had like blockage or something up there that now is draining, or it's not as puffy, it's not as swollen. And I've only been using it maybe for like 2-3 weeks, but 2 to 3 minutes. And I got this one at Walmart. I think it's just the Walmart brand too. It's not a particular thing. So
you're gonna have to text me when we get off or send me a beauty package, because I do definitely want that. Ever since you've been talking about that, I was like, yeah, because I've noticed myself, I noticed that, I burn the candle on both ends, and I do feel that. And I noticed the difference with you. And so the thing of that too is, let's jump on the lymphatic part of it. Absolutely, I'm on the side of the for and the pro of it, because there are some lymphatic massages, because actually that's one of the key points is that a lot of times when we just sit, our ankles will swell because we're not moving that lymphatic fluid, and lymphatic fluid won't move unless you move it. So it will sit in a pocket, and so it doesn't move if you don't move. So there's the reason that is a great beauty hack with that, because I've noticed too, I've been challenged. I've been doing a woman's exercise challenge, because I started just sitting and not really working out. And I know that part of me staying healthy and staying, keeping with my rehab regimen, I have to move. It's not an option for me. I have to, because when I got really busy and I stopped doing my home program and I stopped moving, stopped stretching, stopped exercising, my body got stiff. And actually, to be transparent, my ankles they started to swell and hurt. And then since I started June the 1st, and because since June the 1st, I've been increasing back into my workout. Now I'm starting to see the difference again, and I'm not hurting as I'm moving, and I'm able to move. So I know it's a lifetime life skill change, a lifestyle change, I'm trying to say. So you have, it's something that is a part of your everyday. Like we have to, we say we already have these laundry list of things to do, but we have to prioritize what's really important. Taking time out just to roll my face, or even in the mornings. Here's a hack, another hack. So in the mornings, what I started to do, and I learned this from Gabrielle Union on when she was doing Being Mary Jane. Y'all, I'm telling y'all, we can take our mentors or mentee information and coaching from everybody, because everybody has something that they're really, really good at. So Being Mary Jane, Gabrielle, in that I don't know why I'm getting all twisted today with my words, but she would brush her teeth and do her leg lifts, or while she's in the bathroom at night doing her thing, she'd squat. And I forget who it was, but it was Heart to Heart. I learned this other thing at night before Mrs. Hart used to go to bed. She used to do her leg lifts on the side of the bed, or in the bed doing isometric exercises. Let me tell y'all, that actually works. We think that we have to be full blown in a gym or full blown to make to have results. Now, to get the definitions, Ms. Whitney, that I saw you, I mean, I was stalking your Facebook page, and beautiful definition in your back, beautiful definition in your stomach. It was just your arms, just amazing. And so to get that, you would need to, I'm putting a plug in for Mr. Travis, the trainer. You probably need to be married to him, but since you have one Mrs., we need to at least employ his services, or because phenomenal. You guys are phenomenal together, and so that's that. What, I lost my hat. What was I saying?
You were talking about like the exercises you can do in the bed, and like while you're
the isometric exercises. And yes, we thank you. Oh my goodness. Okay, ladies, you all gonna have to stay tuned for the menopause series, because that's coming up as well. The brain fog is one of those symptoms. Okay. But anyhow, the Being Mary Jane, when she was in the bathroom brushing her teeth, so I started doing that, because sometimes we say we don't have enough time during the day to do it, but we do. So I started doing my squats while I'm brushing my teeth. And now the only one thing about that is you have to be careful, because toothpaste might fly all over the place, because you're brushing, but I brushed longer, because I said I got to get through these leg lifts to 35 or whatever it is that I need to do. I have to get through it. So Being Mary Jane and Miss Hart, those were my those were my mentors and my inspiring women for getting my stretches and everything done. And I do feel better.
That's good. I know another, in terms of squats, piggybacking off of that, some people I've noticed, well, I'm not in the bathroom with them, but they told me that like whenever they go to the bathroom, it's like, okay, well, I'll do 10 squats when I go to the bathroom, each time I go to the bathroom. So if you do that, and then you also increase your water intake, you're making sure that you go to the bathroom more often. So drink more water, and then go to the bathroom and do your squats, go to the bathroom.
That is so good. That's really good. Increase your water, increase your squats. Then you might say, man, I don't feel like doing no squats. So ladies, don't hold your urine just because you don't want to do your squats.
It's got to come out. It's got to
has to come out. Those are amazing. I think I have another hack.
Yes.
Okay, so cocoa butter. Oh, I love that song by India Irie. I have so many notes today, you all. I'm gonna have so many hashtags around this episode. But India Irie, she has this song. It's called Cocoa Butter. I think it's called Cocoa Butter. Maybe not, but it's a beautiful one of the verses in there. It says cocoa butter to my heart, and it is so beautiful. I love that song. But my cocoa butter is my moisturizer. So I use cocoa butter on my lips. I use cocoa butter under my makeup. So I don't use a moisturizer. I use the cocoa butter as a moisturizer. So that's one of my hacks, and I love it. Ever since I've been doing that, I switched over from a moisturizer to cocoa butter. And that's an inexpensive hack for everybody. Absolutely. Absolutely. And people say in the healing and effects of cocoa butter, when I burnt myself, you all, okay, here's another hack, and this is a beauty hack too. I burnt myself on the pipes of a motorcycle. Yes, y'all, I love motorcycles. Stepped back with some not shorts, but a skirt on, and I wasn't riding a motorcycle this time, but I stepped back and hit my leg on the just, and it was just a little tap on the not the Harley, but on the pipes. Instantly burnt through. I could hear it sizzle, and it was just a. So what I did was I used the herbs that we use for the applications, but I used the herbs on it, and I layered it with cocoa butter. And never had. I mean, it went down to like it took the skin off. I could see the flesh. And so when I used vitamin E, and I used, the arnica and things that we use in the naturopathic arena, and I used cocoa butter. And another time I used cocoa butter in same thing, but I used cocoa butter. I burnt myself with grease with olive oil. I was warming some olive oil to do some eggs or something I was doing, and I picked it up in the pan, it kind of splashed in the pan and splashed down on my leg. And I used cocoa butter that time, and guess what? I don't even have that mark anymore. So that's a wonderful hack with the cocoa butter as well. It's in your court. I took a couple with that cocoa butter or something in the Gabrielle Union thing.
Well, this one is, so I'm learning. I'm not going to show the label here, but this one, I don't even know if you can see the label. So this is what I use for my brows, because I get a lot of people asking me about my brows. First off, it took me years to figure out how to do my brows on YouTube, because they're so thick and then they're short. So they really like end right there.
Oh, wow. And you never could tell.
So this is what I use. And this is the cool thing about it, right? Because before I would have multiple things and try and figure out, okay, I need this, I need that, I need that. I do the whole thing with this. So on this side, it opens up. And this is the actual pomade that I use for my brow. So that's one piece of it. This side comes off. And so this is the actual brush, like it's an angled brush. That's what I use to like dip in the pomade to actually, fill in my brows. And then this comes off. And it is my actual brow brush that I use to do the, the final touches on it and make sure it's all combed out and everything the way it needs to be. So it's like 3 things all in this one little situation. And it's so simple. I was like, what is this? Now it took me a minute to figure out how to put all the pieces back together, because I wasn't used to all that. But then you just put it all back, and that's how I do my brows each day. It takes me so much less time to do
You must text me that information. I'm going to get that today, because I went through so many things, and then my hair sometimes mess up the contour of it, and you all didn't get thick. Well, maybe, you know what? I think I cut mine so much that mine stand out a little bit, but they will grow. I'm in the process. I hate the middle in between time when they're growing and you're like, I gotta grow them back because I messed them up. I cut them wrong. So I gotta grow back, and I'm gonna let somebody do them, and then I'm gonna start using that. So next time I come on, I'm gonna have that, if I can find that pen. And you said it was you'll tell me where it's at as well. Yeah, you'll tell me where it's at as well. So yeah, eventually we're gonna have some product placement and some endorsements and some paid sponsorships, because we're looking, y'all. Hey, maybe we'll reach out to the company that you got, and we'll let them know, hey, and guys, guess what? We're still working on our numbers, but we just hit the 9,000 mark for views, 9,199 views. So somebody is watching. Yeah.
Yes. You're very consistent. You've been that way my entire life. You're very consistent.
Is that a hack?
Consistency. I think that's a discipline. That is I don't know. You just have this push through. I don't know. Some people are born with that. I think you're just born with that. You just keep going. I think you can probably develop it as a skill, but I think it's in you.
I think it's my cleric personality. Once I get locked in on something, it's like I put that ladder. That's that cleric personality. I put that ladder up against that building, and this is the right building. Lord have mercy. And then I figure out, okay, maybe this is not the right building, but let's figure it out. Let's make it work. Oh, wait a minute. There's a sister building. Okay, let's scooch. Okay, hold on. You're not the right building. Scooch. Let's get out into this building. Cleric personality. You are the right building. Hello, high water. You're the right building. Man, the right building is across the street. Okay, Laura, how are we gonna get across the street?
Yeah. I found that out about queer personalities, and I was like, I think that's probably one of the things, if I could say that being a melancholic, that I'm kind of like jealous of like, oh, like when you have a conviction as a clear personality, it's like, this is it. I don't care what anybody says. I could tell you the sky is blue, and you're like, no, it's green. And I'm like, no, it's blue, it's green. And I'm like, but you believe it with all your heart, even in your mind, knowing you could be wrong. You're like, it is green. It's gonna be
Yeah.
green today. Like, and for me, I'm like, oh, okay, maybe it's teal. Maybe there's a little baby blue in there. I don't know. So
Look,
that's the one thing I'm like, I'm trying to develop that as a skill because that doesn't come natural to me.
how about this? If it's not green, it's gonna be green. How do we make it green?
Uh-huh.
How do we make it green?
Mhm.
Wow, wow, wow. This has been so much fun. Do you have any other hacks that you want to share with us?
I think it's just my last thing is I think I can, yeah, I can cover this up. So this is my set for my feet.
Oh yeah, you were talking about the feet
Yeah, I can
thing.
cover that. You can't see them. Boom. Okay.
Okay.
It smells so good. This is like Epsom salt, but it has
Okay.
essential oils in it, and then it
Okay.
has valerian in it as well. So it
Really?
promotes a peaceful sleep. It also has magnesium in it to help like relax my mind. It is so calming. It's vegan, it's natural, and it's cruelty free. And so like when I obviously like when I'm soaking my feet or whatever, I try to do it, later in the evening when I'm trying to wind down because the smell is relaxing. It also has dead sea salt in it. It's amazing. And then I take it and I follow it up with like a foot cream. But this
Mm-hmm.
particular one has cocoa butter, it has aloe vera, it has shea butter, it has a little perfume in it, so it's not completely natural. But it has Epsom salt in it and vitamin E. And like the first time I put this on my body, on my feet, I was like, what is this? Where did this come from? I felt like I was just at somebody's high-end spa that just
Oh,
completely felt so soft, and it just like, it wasn't greasy, but it was like thick enough to be like, it was amazing. I'm feet and face, guys. Feet and face. It's
feet
my
in
thing.
face.
So that is my when I'm doing my feet, that's what I do. I soak them. I wish I had my little scrubber thing so I could show you guys what that is. It's a whole situation.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then I put that on there. And then I don't even like to walk on my feet after I do a pedicure. Like I'm sitting down for at least 2 hours and watching a movie because I'm not gonna walk on my feet after I pedicure them.
Oh my god. Uh-oh. Let me see. I gotta figure out what time the next train, the bus, the plane, whatever is coming in your direction. I'm on my way.
Hey, I think that's why I don't even like. I'm not a fan of going to get pedicures outside of like the house because you got to get up after they paint your toe. You got to get up and you got to walk on
That's
your
true. Look,
feet.
we all have our stuff, don't we? We all have our stuff. Oh my goodness, I didn't think about that. When you talked about the relaxing, and that's another thing, ladies, it's so important that we give ourselves that me time to relax and to breathe and to just, like one of my hacks is sometimes I'll disappear even in my own area. I don't have to go somewhere, but I go away. It's my vacation spot. And it's
Yeah.
my own personal little vacation spot that I just absolutely love. The people know me. I've been coming there for years. And I'll go for the weekend and totally get away, totally unwind, totally just lay there, watch some movies. I will go and I'll fill the refrigerator full before I go. I mean, before I get in, so I can shut myself in that weekend. And I just do. If I want to do a spot, I mean, that's the time. And I don't do long showers normally. That's the time I think I stay in the shower for maybe an hour, just meditating, just feeling the water, actually enjoying it, actually just letting all my cares go down the drain. And that's that's my hack. Plus, I actually take some tart cherry, which is one of the natural herbs that I take for relaxation. And it's just funny. My son, your brother, he said, he's doing some rehabbing on some things, and I gave him some tart cherry to go to sleep so that he can repair. He actually repairing his knees, and he called me the other day, and I said, "How's that tart cherry working for you?" He was like, "Mom, I'm telling you." He said the bottle is gone. I said, "Boy, you're not supposed to put a straw in it." He said the bottle is gone because it puts you into such a relaxing sleep. And I think he hasn't probably had relaxed sleep in a long time. So yeah, he did kind of slurp it up. That's not how you're supposed to take it, but it will give you a good sleep. And this is the last thing I want to bring to the table as well. You are supposed to get you're supposed to be able to go give yourself the time to go into the REM sleep, which means that at least, I believe it takes about 4 hours to get there. So if people are just giving themselves 2, 3, or 4 hours of sleep at night, if you're just giving yourself that, you're not getting into the deep sleep, allowing your body to rejuvenate and actually heal anything that's going on in the body. Because one more thing, I listen to his meditation at night, and meditation helps you, but you have to make sure you're listening to the right meditations that's actually, designed to really help you, and be careful of what you put into your spirit. But it really helps me to go into this deep sleep, and I notice that my body is able to heal, repair, rejuvenate, and reset. So I listen to it at night, and it's talking about cellular repair. And it's just talking about how to, your body to help your body. So it does help you when your mind goes into that relax mode as well.
Nice.
Yeah. So this has been a wonderful episode. I'm just so excited to be able to share these hacks, and everything with you. Before we go, can you please share with everybody what Deoderant Love is?
Oh my goodness. Okay, guys. So when I was, I don't even know how old I was. I was a teenager. But when I was younger, I remember we were going somewhere. It was me and my mom, and I forgot to put on deodorant. And I was stressing out, freaking out. And my mom drove me around to stores to find deodorant. And it just, I don't know, in that moment, oh, and I got to tell you something, because I had Deoderant Love today with Zoe. So ever since, in that moment, we were like, we just kind of recognized what that moment was. And from then on, we called it Deodorant Love. Like when you kind of not necessarily go out of your way, but like you're really showing how deeply you love someone, even if it does kind of take you out of your way a little bit. Like, I don't know, it's just that extra that makes you feel on the other side as the recipient of Deodorant Love, like, oh my gosh, they really do love me, like unconditionally, like selflessly. And it's just, I don't know, it's beautiful. And so that's been, I don't know how many years that we've coined Deodorant Love, but whenever a moment comes up where we kind of go out of the way for each other, it's like, oh yeah, that was Deodorant Love. And so today, when I took my daughter to school, she told me she was cold and I couldn't find her jacket. I think it was like dirty or something like that. So we drove all the way. It's like 20 minutes to get to her daycare. And I was about to drive off because I was like, it's a hot day. She'll be fine. She's good. Everything is fine. But she had said it a few times. And so I drove off, and then I was like, nope, go buy her a jacket. And so I turned around and I went to Meyer and I bought her a jacket, even though she probably didn't wear it today. And I came back to daycare and I dropped it off for her because I just wanted her to feel like, oh my gosh, mommy listened to me. Like she heard me say that I needed something, and she like went out of her way to do it. See, I'm teary. That's what Deodorant Love does. But so yeah, I think from that moment on, when you drove me around to find deodorant, like that's just been instilled in me. Like, how can I show deodorant love, especially to my daughter?
That is so beautiful.
That
is so beautiful. And I wanted to share that with everybody today, because that was a special moment for me. And sometimes even with our single moms, we have so many things that that we have to address every day, but those things are so important, and those are the moments that we buy our children things, and we express love in that way. But what's so important to them are the memories that you create, and the times that you really show them that even though they're a small person in stature, that they're a big person in your life, and that you truly do love them. Those are our opportunities to show that I love you, that you are important to me. No matter what's going on, you're important enough for me to reschedule whatever it is that I'm doing, but you're important. And that's what's so important. That's key. So awesome. This has been a wonderful episode. I'm just so happy that we get to share this space and time. And I think one of the things that one of the reasons why we're doing this segment of the Wellness of Life podcast is just to show there are so many moms and daughters who don't have this type of love and camaraderie, and it may be a different kind of love, but being able to show support. And we did get that comment from one of our viewers that they love the camaraderie that we share, and because it's so sincere and it's heartfelt, it's just something that actually helps my week. And I look forward to coming together at this time and just being able to share a piece of that with everybody else. And just, in hopes that folks will say, wow, you know what? Let me go out and let me show a little bit of a deodorant love. Let me really, this person is important to me. Let me just show them how important. Not buying them something, guys, all the time. It's really about just showing that love for one another. So, did you have a final thought for us today, Miss Whitney?
Mm, I don't know. I think that was probably my final thought. I'm glad that you brought it up, just in terms of um I don't know, in health we can love on ourselves in all these different ways with all these beauty hacks and stuff like that. But I think the real part of it is when we do love on each other, and like when we care for each other. Obviously we can't do that without caring for ourselves first, but I think you hit it on the head with like deodorant love. How can you show love to, not just yourself, but to other people that you really love? So yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, with that being said, just how can you go out today and show some deodorant love to somebody is our challenge.
Mhm.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Share this information with someone else. And don't forget, stay fearless. Bye for now.
Right.